Hello, everybody. Got a new one for you this week. We learned something about our new solar setup while we were down in Baja that we needed addressed. It got hot down there, and we can only run the AC for a couple hours at night, or if we run it during the day, it runs our battery down too fast because that thing runs at like 1600 watts. It's crazy. We got the Coleman Mach is what's existing on here. And I'm going to swap that thing out for a Furrion Chill Cube. One issue, though, I got to figure out. Our furnace runs off of the same thermostat as this front air conditioner that I'm going to swap out. So I got to figure out how to make that furnace work once I disconnect this front air conditioner. I don't want to remove the rear air conditioner. Actually, I guess it's backwards. The front air conditioner is my bedroom. The back air conditioner is the living room. So the back one is the one I'm swapping out. That's also the main air conditioner, but I need to make it work with the Chill Cube here because the other one's got a heater coil in it. And I don't want to get rid of the heater coil. I want to keep the one that doesn't. So I'm going to try to figure that out. I took the front here off. You can see here is the thing that I made to make it force it into the ducts rather than buying that expensive one that they sell. I did that one for like 10 bucks. But from what I've been reading is this box up in here. You're not going to be able to see it in the camera very well, but there's a box up in there. And I think if I pull the 110 volt power out of there and hook it to the Furrion and just leave that box intact, everything else should work. But I don't know. Trial and error. We're going to find out.
We're crossing our fingers. Everybody cross your fingers.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we can make it work. I'm going to do a little test right now and see what I can figure out before I unhook everything, and then we'll go from there.
By the way, did he mention that he's going to be installing this up on the roof by himself, and he has no way to get it up there, so he's just going to use a rope.
I bought a little rope. I probably should have bought a fatter rope, so I might have to tie some handles into it or something, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's what I do. I figure things out. I work by myself all the time. It's not that big a deal.
You heard it here first.
Okay, quick test. I just turned the breakers off on the 110 for the ACs, and I turned the heater on. As you can hear, it is working. So I know that without 110 power, my heater will still work. So now it's just a matter of making sure that that functions once I remove everything. So I figured I'd show you guys what I did to make my ducts work and the air blows straight through the ducts. It doesn't get lost in the system and all that. You got those kits you can buy. I just took some foam and taped it all together. And then I stuck it up in this box here and taped it all together. You can see I have a vent here and a vent here. So I just taped up the other spots so that nothing could get anywhere, and worked like a charm, man. I mean, when I put that in there, the increased pressure that I was getting through the ducts was quite significant. Okay, the next step from what I understand is you take these 4 bolts off, and that unbolts the air conditioner from the roof. And then I'm going to clean this up a bit, get the tape out of there, get all this stuff unplugged, and get it ready where I can pop it off on the roof. Always take pictures of stuff before you unplug it. That way at least you know where everything went. You see how long these bolts are? It's because they go all the way through the ceiling up into the air conditioner on the roof. Figure out how to get this box out of here so that I can unplug the wires. It might be easier for me to do it from the roof. I know everybody usually does it from underneath here, but I think I might have to take it loose up there because when I lift it up, it's stuck pretty good here. There we go. Yeah, it'll be a lot easier to get to from the roof if I just flip it up on the side. So that's what we'll do. There you go. This is the one I'm removing right here. It's good because I got more room here. Up there, you can see the solar panels are fairly close to it. So this will be a little easier to work on. All right, I took all that off to make it easier to get to this control board. Since I want to try to keep that intact in order to be able to make my heater work, I could have just unplugged it all from down there, but it's easier just to get up here so I could see what I was doing, get to everything. You know, this air conditioner works good, but it's ended up going in the garbage because ain't nobody going to want it after I take it apart. But hey, it'll do what I need to do. So I forgot to film while I was taking this out, but all I did was just fish it down. This was what I was unbolting when I was up top. This box is kind of your brains. You can see all the wires plug into it. I could have just unplugged all of that and then dealt with it, but I figured it was easier just to drop the box down. Because the only wire I need out of this is this, and that will power the new air conditioner. The rest of this, really probably the only thing I need out of it is the 12 volt power coming in and the sensor here. But I think it'll be easier just to leave all this intact and hook the new one up, and it should work from there. Let's find out. I just noticed that there was a light on in there, and that meant I pulled the wrong fuse, so I still had a little bit of electricity. Pulled the other fuse, now I'm good. Okay. So that's the wire I need for the Furrion, the new Furrion air conditioner. The rest of this can just stay intact. So what I'll do is I'll get me some caps. I'll cap these wires off here. Then I'll put the cover back over it, and then I'm going to test the other AC and make sure it works before I go any further. All right, y'all may be able to hear it, but with zone 1 disconnected from the power, the heater turns on. So now we're going to test zone 2 and see if the air conditioner turns on. Heater always takes forever to shut off. In the meantime, we got poor Jessica stuck in a corner over here trying to work. I messed up with the heater blowing on her feet. It's 80 degrees in here. But, you know, only have certain times you can do these things. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so today's the day. We're going to kick on. Yep. It kicked on. AC's working over there, so that's the ticket. I just have to leave this box intact. So I'll seal all this up real good. This box will stay intact. I'll figure out a way to stick it up into the air conditioner, and everything else should work off of this controller. The new air conditioner will work off of its remote. Okay, now for the fun part. I got to figure out how to get that air conditioner up onto that roof. I don't have a ladder. I don't have anything. I just have brute strength and probably a little bit of stupidity. Let's see if I can figure it out. Here's my thought. I think if I wrap this rope around it and then maybe tie a few handles in it, I should be able to stand up there and just pull it up. What do y'all think?
He's a beast.
Nothing to it. All right, here's the official unboxing. Woo. Once you take the straps off, they make it pretty easy to get the box off. It's not glued all the way around. So that's nice. Got your warranty and information stuff here. Pretty nice looking unit. Nicely foamed pack. I guess I should go from the other side. I don't want to hit that solar panel, do I? All right. So, what you get is the unit comes out up. Already got the foam piece on it here ready to go. I did order one because Amazon made it look like you needed to order this foam piece, but it's already installed. So that's a win. And then we've got these wires here. They all plug into the package. I got the ducted version. As you can see, it's got the duct stuff there. And I got the other parts downstairs. So this stuff all plugs into that ducted version. And then everything else is done from downstairs. It should be quite easy. We'll find out. Looks like I got it pretty close. I just got to move this back a little bit. Maybe a little bit over that way. Right on the ledge. There you go. Okay. So it looks like I got a gap right here for the electronics and stuff to go, which means this box should fit right up in this hole here, just like it was on the other one, which is going to be very convenient. And then I should be able to do all the brackets and stuff to get it bolted up from there. So we're well on our way. All right, so y'all can see what I did. I got that box and you got those two little ledges right there. I set it on those ledges and I just put some double-sided tape on the back of it. So it should ride there, no problem. And then now I just gotta stuff the rest of these wires back up in there best I can and then get the front case on. Would be nice if I could stuff all of these wires up into the hole here so that I had more room, but it's solid there, so there's nothing I can do. Get rid of a little bit of this foam. I'd like to have as much room for those wires as possible because that's also the air intake, and if the wires are blocking all the intake, then they ain't gonna do me much good, are they? The way they make it is this fix up in there, and then this foam piece here makes up the difference in height. And then I guess I'm gonna have to cut a notch in it so that those wires can pass through, and then I'll just tape it up from the other side so I can keep the hot air and the cold air separated as much as possible. All right, so after you get that cut down to the right height, this piece has to connect to this piece. So what they do is they give you this foam tape, and you just take the foam tape and wrap it around it, just like so. And then I cut my notch here so those wires will lay right there. So it's interesting the way they do it. On this one, the sensor is built into here and it just clips right there. I've seen other people try to run it out and run it to other areas and stuff like that. We'll see how well it works, but looks like it'll work okay, just like it sits to me. Gotta make sure the wire stays on this side. This will plug in. Let's see. We got 3 plug-ins. So apparently I've lost something in the ceiling there when I was tying everything up. Oh, that's for a secondary sensor. Okay. I didn't lose it. This is tied to the sensor, which they have a controller that you can put in, a wall-mounted controller. This comes with a remote too. So since I don't have the wall-mounted controller, that's what that's for. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. All right, sorry about that. Missed a little bit there. My SD card went dead and it stopped recording on me, but I got it hooked up back now. Really all we've done is I tightened everything up and I pushed all this in here. I found out there's this black wire here. That one goes to an external thermostat if you want to use one. So then on the other side, you've got the white wire here and the black one that's plugging into kind of the orange wires. Those are the 2 that you have to plug in. And then you just tuck it into the box and put the little cap back on it, and you're good to go. But I tested it, and she works pretty good. You can use the remote to turn it on and off, or you can use the power board up here. Interestingly, this part is in Celsius, but on your remote, it's in Fahrenheit. So, I don't know, maybe there's a way to change it up there. But the other thing I noticed is it's supposed to have a 50% mode for off-grid, and I can't figure out how to turn that on. It doesn't seem to do anything. But when I tested it on the app, even in turbo mode at its fastest point, it was only using 650 watts, where my other one was using 1600 watts. So, man, we're going to love this thing off-grid.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually you can hear right now, I don't even know if you guys can hear it. It's on right now. You know how normal air conditioners are, how loud they are? This thing's blowing full blast right now and you can barely hear it. Furrion Chill Cube installation, and my heater and other air conditioner does work. And wow, what a difference. 1600 to 650 watts. That's we'll be able to run that all day because we're drawing like 900 off of our solar panels pretty much every day. And that's without putting the fold outs. If our battery's charged by 11, by then it's not even hot yet. So at 11 o'clock we can turn the air conditioner on and run it all day long, and it'll just run off solar. This is going to be good. I can't wait.
That'll be awesome.
Here's a screenshot of our current usage. You can see on the 24th we ran the air conditioner all day, and it was clearly considerably less than what solar we brought in. It was 4.5 kilowatts versus 9 to 18 kilowatts for the regular AC, so that's going to be huge.